AMD's unreleased Ryzen 5 5500X3D is turning heads in the tech community after recent leaks suggest it delivers nearly 12% faster multi-core performance in Geekbench, making it a standout entry in the budget Zen 3 lineup that has quietly flown under the radar due to its exclusivity to the Latin American market. And while it may not have had a global launch, this little powerhouse deserves attention because it combines affordability with AMD's cutting-edge 3D V-Cache technology, creating a chip that can punch well above its weight in both gaming and productivity. So let's break down what makes this chip so intriguing and why enthusiasts are buzzing about it now. First, let's rewind a little. AMD launched a Ryzen 5 5500X3D a few months back, positioning it as a cost-effective alternative to pricier 3D V-Cache processors like the Ryzen 7800X3D. And while it shares its DNA with the standard Ryzen 5 5500, the addition of stacked cache makes all the difference in gaming. Benchmarks. Cache size often trumps pure clock speed because it allows the CPU to keep more data close at hand, minimizing latency and improving frame consistency, meaning gamers on a budget can now enjoy smoother performance without investing in a premium chip. But what's surprising is that the 5500X3D isn't just good for gaming. New Geekbench results confirm it can handle productivity workloads efficiently as well, and that's a huge win for users who want a balanced system without overspending. According to the leak, the Ryzen 5 5500X3D scored 1,932 points in single core, which is pretty much identical to the regular 5500, but in multi-core it jumps ahead by nearly 12%, and that's a significant margin when we're talking about CPUs in the same family. Now here's the catch. This is currently the only Geekbench entry for the 5500X3D, while the standard 5500 has multiple runs recorded. So we have to be cautious with conclusions, but still, the results are promising and suggest AMD may have intentionally undermarketed this chip to keep it exclusive and maybe even test the waters in certain regions. The test system where the leak appeared was built on an Asus TUF Gaming B550M-Plus Wi-Fi 2 motherboard with 32 gigabytes of RAM. And that setup screams everyday enthusiast rather than a system integrator or OEM sample, which means this benchmark is likely coming from a real user rather than a marketing plant, making it even more credible. On paper, the Ryzen 5 5500X3D offers 6 cores and 12 threads, a 3.0 GHz base clock, and up to 4.0 GHz boost. But here's the twist. This Geekbench run showed it hitting almost 4.3 GHz, which suggests either an adjustment to the base clock or some unique board-level optimizations. Because remember, Ryzen 5000X3D chips generally ship with locked multipliers, meaning overclocking potential is quite limited. But somehow this sample managed to squeeze out more, which could hint at some hidden headroom in the silicon, and that makes enthusiasts even more curious. Another major difference is its power rating. The 5500X3D carries a 105 WTDP, compared to just 65W on the non-X3D Ryzen 5 5500, meaning it consumes more energy but also allows higher sustained performance, making it a chip that demands decent cooling, but in return delivers impressive output for the price range. So who exactly is the CPU for? Well, if you're a gamer who wants to maximize frame rates on a mid-tier GPU, like an RX 7600 or RTX 4060 without breaking the bank, the 5500X3D might be the sweet spot, especially since 3D V-Cache chips are known to shine in gaming scenarios where memory bandwidth plays a key role. But if you're a content creator dabbling in video editing, streaming, or even productivity workloads like programming or multitasking with heavy apps, this chip is versatile enough to keep up, which is surprising given it's marketed as a budget option. Now, the real frustration is its limited availability. AMD has so far restricted the Ryzen 5 5500X3D to Latin America, making it difficult for global buyers to get their hands on one. And this exclusivity is puzzling, because a chip like this could have been a runaway hit in markets like Asia, Europe, and North America, where budget-conscious gamers are always hunting for value. But AMD seems to have positioned it almost as an experiment, perhaps testing how much demand exists for lower-tier 3D V-Cache processors before expanding availability. Nevertheless, enthusiasts outside Latin America are already finding ways to import it, and early reports suggest it's absolutely worth it if you can grab one. when we compare it against Intel's competing chips in the same budget category, such as the Core i5-12400F. The Ryzen 5 5500X3D holds its ground strongly in gaming and manages to keep pace in multi-core workloads. Although Intel still has efficiency advantages thanks to its newer architecture, but for those who value smooth gaming at 1080p or 1440p, without stutters, AMD's extra cache is a winning formula, and with the leaked Geekbench performance backing it up, the 5500X3D feels like the hidden gem of the Ryzen 5000 lineup. So in conclusion, while it may not have made global headlines at launch, the AMD Ryzen 5 5500X3D is proving itself to be more than just a regional experiment. It's a budget CPU at the heart of a high-performance chip, delivering great gaming gains, reliable productivity output, and surprising flexibility, making it one of the most interesting processors AMD has released recently. And if AMD ever decides to bring to the global market, it could easily become one of the best-selling chips in its category. That wraps up today's deep dive. If you enjoyed learning about this hidden powerhouse and want to stay updated with the latest leaks, benchmarks, and reviews, make sure to subscribe, because this is TechVerse.